Just about ready for the 5th all-time meeting between Inter Miami and the Chicago Fire as Tori Penso gets us underway from Drive Pink Stadium. Turn off the world and turn on the game. We're playing for 3 points here. Yedlin with a strong shoulder, and it frees up some space for Inter Miami on the right wing. Interrupted by Chihos. Now it's Jean Mota. Why not? And a good save from Chris Brady in the first corner of the night coming up.
Now, whether you start from DeAndre Yedlin or it's going to be Corentin Jean, notice his head up the entire time. That first ball's trying to make the run by Stephen Elliott near post. He doesn't panic and try and reserve, though. He recognizes the fact that the trailing runs are going to follow. You will have a Moto, you will have a Duke and be able to pick somebody up. That's exactly the case. And then smartly from distance, you catch Brady.
And Miami will have the daunting task of heading to TQL, which is becoming not only one of the premier destinations to go attend a game and watch a game, but also one of the more difficult places to play in MLS. Is Brian Gutierrez in a good spot here. Shabilko lets it run through, and it's Mueller, and it's 1-0. Chris Mueller in back-to-back games, set up by Brian Gutierrez, and the visitors take a 1-0 lead.
As he attacks that center spot, that's everything. He skirts it. This is a really good run if he is in an onside position to balance himself off of Krivitsov and Chris McVeigh. And then Mueller, as he tracks back across, Kasper Shabilko had come down and he's on that near post run. The secondary option has to be there. Shabilko doesn't even see it, doesn't step through it, and it's a little bit of a concern on the backside. Yedlin's got to be in there.
The MLS calendar and the European calendar overlap, and he was going on a 1.5 years without a break. As Haile Selassie lofting it towards Shabilko, won the header, nothing clean. Terán, one swipe at it, now tries to lash it across. We'll get a second swipe, and that found the back of the net. From a near impossible angle, the Colombian has doubled the Fire's lead out of absolutely nowhere.
The separation to begin. So as he drifts, just watch the bottom right side of your screen and his hands away from his body to push off. One, right back across there. From then on, there's no excuses. A ton of standing defensively. Drake Callender can do nothing but watch as he stands on the near post here, and the second ball that pushes through. It's a quick turn, yes, but you've got to step in. There's no excuse. 4 separate players that could come across and challenge Carlos Terán, who's only known for the escapades.
And just the sheer power overwhelming Drake Callender. Here's Mota. Inter Miami need a response, and the strike directly at Chris Brady.
That's a ball.
Mota. Negri. Oh, what a first touch. And it's Negri! And Inter Miami are right back in it just before the halftime whistle. Absolute class from the Argentine. The first touch, the finish.
Man, you can't put a ball any better than this thing whipped all the way back across and then your touch. Don't mind if you do, Negri. Phil Neville, all week long, we are going to challenge both sides higher and higher. Intensity, the ethic has to be better. It does not get much better.
And plenty to talk about here on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass. The Fire, if this result holds, we get their first win of 2023, and it would mean the first loss at home for Inter Miami. In swinger from Jimenez. Shabilko. Right there on the doorstep. Formerly the University of Washington is going to play at the right back position, which is what they brought him in for, but realized that he might be better off as a center back. But Devin Kerr, I'll leave that to you to try to untangle in the coming few minutes, but a line change nevertheless for Ezra Hendrickson.
Utilizing him in 3 or 4, and all of a sudden you branch back out again. This is a different game. A lot more movement right now, 2v1. That's a good look at it. Stefanelli in.
Excellent build-up, Stefanelli. Interrupted by Chihos, back in. Borgelin is the target and never could generate enough power to beat Chris Brady. 5-back or a 3-back, depending on what you want to call it. Not what they did against Cincinnati last week. Free header, and there's the equalizer. And it's Stefanelli. His first goal for Inter Miami, and boy, is it a big one. We're all level at 2.
rush on a 3 or a 5, it doesn't matter if you give this much space to Stefanelli. That's a massive mistake on the back line. You switch into 3. Kendall Burks on the back shoulder run. 8 inches in separation, height-wise. Much more for Nico Stefanelli. Check the little break back into the inside. It's a slight bit of hesitation.
So we have one more final twist to this wild tale here in South Florida. It has certainly been a frantic one. And here comes Brian Gutierrez with real purpose. Lays it off. It's Kei Kamara! There's your final twist! And it's Kei Kamara who scores for his record 10th club in Major League Soccer! And the Fire lead at 3-2!
The flame all but extinguished. Absolutely not. Brian Gutierrez. The run from the 10, cutting all the way back across. Notice the confidence, dragging every Inter-Miami player with him. And yet, certainly not. The Fire afoot, flaming, blazing into the night. Comeback, possibly.
Good-looking ball, and it was almost collected at the back post by Bryce Duke. And that's going to do it full time. The Chicago Fire pick up their first win in the 2023 season.